the officials really let him play. Like, if you're watching these WNBA games religiously at this point, the most common thread through every game is, God, this officiating is, it's pretty brutal.
Yeah, what happened there last night? Because I saw all the clips of Caitlin and the ref.
Well, and what's funny about the Caitlin and the ref moment is, like, that came from a conversation. Like, they're letting them play. It's a physical game, a lot of trips to the line, a lot of non-calls. But then ultimately you get to this point in the third quarter where Caitlin Clark is talking with one of the officials, and suddenly, like, he had to have said something.
No doubt.
Because it escalates to this point where you see Caitlin Clark, you hear Caitlin Clark in the clip going, that's real. I think we have the clip with audio. So, Jacob, if we have the clip, let's roll it. This is how Caitlin Clark responded to one of the officials in last night's game.
And that was Breon January, who is played 9 years in Indiana and now on the staff. And that's a live shot now of Caitlin Clark.
Yells, that's rude. Grow up. Come here. Come. It's the finger for me. Like, come here to an official is wild to watch a player do.
No doubt.
But she's so fed up at this point. And I think there's like a universal frustration with officiating in the W. And for those who have been around it, like, this is years in the making. But with the added spotlight on Caitlin Clark, and, you know, fans are watching Caitlin Clark, you know, take a beating game in and game out. And it's happening all around the league. I want to be clear. It's not just a targeted on, like, Caitlin Clark is taking a lot of, like, cheap shots.
Right.
It happens.
It's a very physical league.
Yes, but it does happen to her as well. And in that situation, she avoids a tech, and Stephanie White holds her back. But by the time you're getting to the end of the game, you can just tell there's, just a frustration from Caitlin, period. And they're finally, you know, creating some distance down the stretch. She finally hit a three. There was a wild stat at one point late in the game that felt like there was no way it could be real. I was like, oh, we're getting WNBA sent-held. And that was that Caitlin Clark only had made 1 3 in a road game all season. She was like 1 for 30-something from 3 in road games, and then she hit a 3 late in the game. So then it's 2 for 30 whatever from 3, which is, like, this is one of the best shooters. Like, yes, she's only in the second year, but one of the best shooters in the WNBA. And I think it's a testament to the various injuries that she's been fighting through. And so that's where my brain goes. And then next thing you know, she's hurt. And it was a play where I believe it was a pass to Kelsey Mitchell under the basket, seemed totally normal. She turns around, she starts running, and she immediately grabs her inner leg. And you can just tell body language-wise that, like, she's not okay. Like, Aaliyah Boston's there trying to comfort her. She keeps walking. She's going to put her head into the under part of the basket in frustration. And it was really hard to watch. Like, she's clearly in pain. She's clearly frustrated. The tears start to come almost immediately. And it really didn't seem like a contact injury, like when you watch the replay. But this is her 4th injury in 2 months. And she's been dealing with this groin issue. But it all started with missing the preseason opener with quad tightness. And then that turned into a quad strain, which was separate from the preseason injury. But she missed 5 games there. She came back. She played 5 games, and then she sat with the groin injury for 4 games, and then she came back on July 9th, and now she's dealing with this. And she had never missed a game in her entire career. Like, imagine going from never missing a game due to injury in your whole career, from high school through college, through your rookie season, and suddenly you have missed 9 games in 1 season. I cannot imagine the mental load that takes on a competitor like Caitlin Clark, like any athlete, but most athletes at least go through it once in their career at some point. And now she is going through it for the first time in her career, but she's still so young. And so I just think it all boiled over last night, and that's why you see her in tears and the frustration. And, like, she's probably going to have to sit. And do you know what this weekend is, Bennett?
What?
It's All-Star Weekend. Do you want to know where All-Star Weekend is?
Don't say it.
Indianapolis, Indiana. Who's a captain of one of the All-Star teams? Caitlin Clark. Who's supposed to compete in the three-point competition?
How the hell do
Caitlin
they get
Clark.
2 All-Star games?
That's a good question.
That's not fair.
No, it's not. It's really not.
Did we just, I mean, we're partners in this thing, right? WNBA, NBA, like, that's, come on.
Yeah. But they got him.
That's bad. No, and that's the injury that she's been dealing with, right? The groin injury. I mean, and that's
we don't know if it's the. I mean, but yes, the assumption is like we don't have official clarification. This is from the groin injury that kept her out, that she came back from. But that's where she grabbed. Yeah, and that's what it seems like, and that's not good news.
No, that sucks. Yeah, man. I think you remember once upon a time, like, Steph Curry was considered like an injury-prone dude. Remember the ankles like early in his career, and it was like he's never going to be able to achieve what we think he can achieve because he's just got bad ankles. And then he got past that and he was fine. So hopefully it's just something that she can get past this season, because it does seem like it's going to be something she's going to deal with this season, right? Like
I can't not go to the place of like the economics of it all. Like, was she rushed back? Are they consistently rushing her back because of the money on the line? When Caitlin Clark plays, tickets are more expensive. That is just a fact. When Caitlin Clark plays, more eyeballs are on the television. That is just a fact. With this All-Star game coming up, if she can't play, she can't play. But it is a nightmare situation for the W to have the host city be the city of the Indiana Fever with the star of Caitlin Clark as one of the captains in the three-point competition. And if she can't play, that sucks a whole lot of wind out of it. That is no disrespect to everybody else competing. It will still be a entertaining, great All-Star weekend, but it's just a fact.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious if we'll look back and look at the decision for her to come back at various points throughout this season as something that ultimately led to, I hope not worst case scenario, but how many games she's about to miss, or do they end up having to shut her down? You don't want it to be something that lingers. You don't want it to be something that affects her long term. Like, eventually an injury can lead to somebody simply not being able to play. That doesn't make her weak. That doesn't make it fake. That doesn't, that's just the fact of the matter.
And when did the playoffs start? In early October? Isn't it something like that for the WNBA?
A little earlier than that.
It's earlier than that?
WNBA.
Because I know that, like, the finals is always during football season, and me and GP always say, why the hell do they put their finals games on during the middle of like a football Saturday?
The playoffs start in September, and the playoffs end mid-October.
Mid-October, okay. So, I mean, and they've got a nice little cushion right now. I know that their record isn't great, but like, isn't it like top 8 get into the playoffs?
And they haven't been great. They are currently in.
But they're well ahead. Yeah, they're well ahead of like
they'd be in the playoffs.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
So they do have some room. Anyway, they play the Liberty tonight. Caitlin Clark will not play tonight, and we'll see if there is any sort of an update on her injury status.
The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hart, live every weekday at 8 a.m.